What's up YouTube? This is Jaime from Intuitive Fabrication. This is going to be the video about the welding car build that I did. You guys have seen the shorts that I did. You've seen the complete project, but this is going to go over the process of how it came to be. So this is my first YouTube channel that I actually recorded. I know I posted one already, but this is the first one that I actually recorded. So forgive me if some of the shots kind of aren't great, or if the editing isn't all there. I'm completely new to this. I've never done this before, aside from like doing reels on Instagram, which that seems to be a lot easier, just as far as like the processing and the resolution and the shooting format. It's complex and a mode, so it's a bit of a learning curve for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys kind of a montage of a bunch of stuff that I did that I didn't record in the right format, because again, learning process, and I didn't really know how to do it. So but I'm gonna go ahead and shoot over to that montage for you guys now. Okay guys, so I just made the tabs for the straps to hold the bottle in place. As you can see, I have the bottles set up now. This is just to test it out and see, just position these, see exactly where they're going to go. But I made them with this little curve in them. That way they fit right over that 1.5" DOM tube that I have there to support the bottles. So, and then these slots were also made so that we can fit some type of ratcheting strap or whatever. I haven't really decided exactly what I'm going to use to strap these things up, but these will work for a chain or for a strap, you know, whatever I choose to do. So they're kind of universal. I still got to cut out one more because we're going to need 3 in total. That way when I took off one bottle, the other bottle's still strapped up. I wouldn't have any accidents or a bottle falling. You guys have all seen videos of those bottles falling, and I want to be the last person to have to experience that. So as you guys can see, this thing fits up just beautifully. And I'm gonna put one in the center, and I'm gonna end up putting one here on the edge, and then one here on the other edge, and that should do it. So I think it looks pretty good right there. Like I said, I'm gonna add the other two right now, so I'll go ahead and speed that up for you guys. I end up cutting out the other one in a second. I just want to make sure this all actually works before I commit to it. Go ahead and cut out one more of those. Looks like it's going to work just fine. Like that. Also, I want to give a shout out to STD and CNC. These guys are great. I've had this machine since like 2020, right around when the pandemic started. I quit my day job because there just wasn't a lot of work. I was a production welder, and so I saw the opportunity to go ahead and start my own business, and this is what got us started here. And this thing functions anytime I ask. anything of it, it just functions. It works how it's supposed to. It's never giving me issues. Aside from the, you know, routine maintenance like greasing the bearings, it's been just a beautiful machine. So shout out to STV CNC for that. One of the greatest machines that I've added to this this garage and this shop just in general. I know a lot of guys have like Wagner system machines and stuff, and those are cool. I mean, the build on this is just, I think it's just one step above that. Definitely hardier in general. So let's see if we can get this cleaned up real quick. All cleaned up. Forgive me, I'm sweating my ass off of here. It's about 100 degrees where I'm at, San Bernardino, California. So I've got the porticool, which is nice, but I have to turn it off every time I weld, obviously, because gas coverage takes off. So sorry about the noise, but I'm going to go ahead and cut it off now. That way I can weld this one. Awesome. So all 3 tabs are welded on, as you can see. It's going to work out beautifully. Tank isn't all the way moved over, so trust me, that's centered. And once I get the other tank on here, then I'll figure out how I'm going to strap them up. So this is where I used to keep my TIG rod, and as you can see, it's kind of sloppy. I did this a long time ago. I kind of boxed out some 18 gauge steel right there and just made a little box frame. And it worked well. I mean, you know, right now I don't have the covers on them. I got to find them. But I'm going to go ahead and take this thing off and reuse it. Cool, so I got this thing off, and it's kind of a pain just because I forgot that I glued these together. Apparently I put it in and glued this after the fact, so I'm not sure why I did that, but I did. So I was able to grind off all the tack welds that I had on it, so now we can tack this on real quick. So that works out pretty well. I think it's going to be in a good spot out the way. And then we'll move on to the holder for the MIG torch. And we're back. So I went ahead and set up the TIG rod holder here. I've had these, and this is the one that was on my table that I showed you guys earlier. Just flipped it horizontally and welded it in. Works great. These are the only 3 TIG rods I use, which is, you know, steel, stainless steel, and aluminum. So now we move on to this plate here. And this I'm going to use to basically set up my MIG welding torch and my TIG welding torch. So one's going to go on one side, one's going to go on the other side. And I use the cello honeycomb pattern that I use in my logo design sometimes when I do parts for people. And I also just put a relief cut in so I can bend it. I have a Swag Off-Road finger press brake, but this thing I just bent it on the table, put a couple clamps on it, and there was no issue with this relief cut. So we're going to go ahead and weld that on real quick. All right, I got both brackets welded on, as you can see here. Looks pretty good. Looks like the wedding cart's ready to take off and fly, but they look really good, and I think they're gonna work just as intended. So I ordered a couple wheels from Amazon, swivels with the lock on them, so primed pretty quick. I'm hoping to get them here by tomorrow. I'll go ahead and update you guys once they come in. I'm still contemplating whether I'm gonna bolt them in or weld them on. I'm pretty sure I'm going to weld them on though, only because this thing isn't going to see like crazy use, and I highly doubt I'll have to swap them out. So they're pretty good wheels. So I'll go ahead and tune back in with you guys once I get them in, and then we'll go through the process of welding those on. Okay, so while I was waiting around for the wheels to come from Amazon, I decided to just add another touch to it. I'll show you guys here. I went and cut out this piece right here because I was worried about the welder sliding forward. Even though I put a little pivot in this top plate so you get them to sit back a little bit, I thought it'd be a nice little touch just to put Intuitive Fabrication right here, and I think it looks great. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Alright, so it's a new day. I try to get here nice and early because it gets really hot during the day, so I'm trying to beat the heat right now. We got the wheels in from Amazon. I'm really liking these things. I used something similar for a cart I made for a gym. These are a little more heavy duty. I think these are 5 inches. I'm gonna go ahead and grind down all the paint off of these so we can go ahead and weld them. And we'll go through that right now. So I'm not sure how it slipped my mind, but I need holders for my helmet, so I went and cut these brackets real quick, 8-inch steel, and get them all set up with the magnets. I'm just gonna go ahead and tack them and go over completely, and then this thing's pretty much done. Let's get to it. Looks pretty good. Made it a little wider, but look at that. Beautiful. Now, I gotta put the Everlast holder on here, but I'm waiting on a new board from Everlast. They sent me the first main board, and then I swapped that out. And then the secondary board went out for whatever reason, even though it was fine before that. And then they sent me the backboard, which is a control board, and then they sent me the wrong one. So when I hooked that up, my screen worked, but all the controls had a different function. So if I press one button, it did something else, and so on and so forth. Pretty much every button was completely different. So once I get that new board on there, I'll go ahead and put the Everlast tape loader on here, hook it up, and that's all she wrote.